Okay, hello everybody. Making this video today for a couple of reasons. The first is for my own, just to kind of document the work that's gone into this so that once I move into assembling, getting it into my life-size spirit pack back there, and these pieces gotta, be disassembled and reassembled, I'll have an idea with this video of where things were. I guess the second, I'll make another video and attach it to the end of this that just kind of shows off the features. I know some people were asking about that, so I'll go ahead and run through some of the stuff that these electronics can do. So yeah, let's get to the overview of all of the components. Okay, so some background. These are the Mike S11 boards with the Roger Carruthers fixes. You can find those in the group. I think I might also just post. Yeah, I probably will post my GitHub, which is just a branch of that has some of my code changes that we'll show later. But that's what you're looking at here, with a few tweaks and additions that I've picked up from the group over time. So with that said, let's get right into reviewing some of the pieces. So here is um, the pack board. So this will be mounted inside, and it's connected with this Ethernet cable. Go inside. So I'll lift this up in just a minute to get a better view, but that would go into the wand there, and then you can see the little rumble motor also. This is I went into this with the goal to go ahead and use every feature that these boards offer, and maybe a little bit more. And so maybe you'll notice that as we go through. So yeah, there's the board. Let's go over some of the other pieces. So coming off of that primary pack board, this line here. So that is amp power. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's right here. Audio out. Yeah, so audio out comes over to this sound isolator. Not required, I would say, but it's just something that I had around, and I figured might as well use that. It sits between the board and the sound amplifier, you can see there. And then simple enough, so 12 volt power coming into the amp, and that was what you can see right here on the board, this one right here. So simple enough, just a quick wire up of the speaker there. Moving up, I'll go to the underside, but you can just see the test setup here. This should look familiar. If you are familiar with the circuit, you know what you're looking at here. This is the Afterlife version, so that's why you see the ring. And I'm kind of working on some of the mounting, so that's what that printed part is there. And I figured before I start throwing this stuff in the pack to go ahead and make these videos. So one change I would say is here. So this is another add-on, another addition. So this is the pack on switch, and previously the way that I guess it's designed, you have a pack switch here on the one that turns it on. But just to try to be a little more accurate and add some flexibility, I added another one of these single pole, I think it's single pole double throw is what they're called, the ones with the 3 prongs. and you can wire them in a way that they toggle each other, just kind of like in a house, where you've got two switches that control one light. So you turn this one way, it'll flip the circuit one way. You come down here and flip it with this pack switch on the one, it'll flip it, it'll toggle it the other way. So it gives a little bit of flexibility, and you're not having to get help, to turn the pack on and off. But you do have that option if you want to do that. So that's what's going on right there. The rest of this, I would say, is pretty standard hardware and components. This can all be found from searching the group and everything. So I'm not going to go into great detail of the other pieces here because those are pretty standard. You can see the bar graph PCB there that helps out. That was really nice compared to my previous attempt at doing this by hand. So that was a really nice thing when putting this together. What else? Before we go down underneath, I've got a power bus, power distribution here. And then going back into just using all of the additional features here. So within the pack board, you have this potentiometer volume bypass. You can see the colors that I've got connected here, coming up and over to the pot here. So I had another post on this, you can find it, but this allows easy adjustment of the volume. You do have to kind of tune this alongside, it depends on which amp you got, but you got to kind of tune both of those volume knobs to make sure that they play nicely and you're not getting a lot of static or it's like extra loud because depending on what setup you've got. I mean, this looks like a respectable like 4-inch speaker. It does get pretty loud. So moving around, so this is a talent cell 12 volt that's powering everything, and then we get into the vent relays, right? So Phil Forbes is the name to look up in the group for this circuit, and so I pretty much followed the example that he gave. Did a remix on one of his STLs as well. You can see there that's kind of a version of the one that he provided. So thank you, Phil. Shout out. But yeah, this circuit is straight from his post, using 2 relays, which will come over and basically power through some buck converters. You're getting a 12 volt fan, a miniature air pump, and then back to back you can see the vape pen, right? And so I'll demo this in the other video, but the only addition to this circuit is this 12 volt delay module, right? So this has a little adjustment knob on it here, a little pot where you can go anywhere from like 0 to 10-second delay on essentially closing this circuit and letting that voltage through to turn on this venting system. So so this is the delay for the fan. So when you go into that sequence, you'll see in just a minute the smoke will come on for a little while. I think I've got it right at about 5 or 6 seconds, and then this will kick on, and then you'll see the fan start to vent that, right? So there's the circuit. Let me do a few other just quick run-throughs for my own historical records here. Okay. And so, yeah, forgive the mess. It is a test bench. It's what it looks, or test chair, I guess I like to call it. Um, and so the only other thing to do, let me move some of this stuff down, is to take a look on the underside. So here's that board that will be used inside the wand. Currently don't have the rumble installed, but you can see where everything else is. Take a second to look there. And if you want to take a quick look, so this is how the two switches are installed kind of in parallel, those two pack switches that I talked about a second ago. So the blue, the green, and white coming over here to the one that's in the wand, and then that one coming down here with all of the other switches, right? Okay, just a few more. Close-ups. All right. Okay, so I think that is a run-through of the hardware. Let's go into the demo. Okay, so we've come to the time to do a demo, what we've got here. So the fun part, so let's turn on battery first. So again, at this point, this is where you'd want to tune your volume. So try to get that static as low as possible, where you still have some travel with your volume pot, right? Next step would be wand. So there's wand on, and then this is where you have that option between the pack and the wand to turn the pack. So I changed it to a pack toggle. So so we'll go with the pack version. Same functionality, but just get two switches. So it does boot into Afterlife with the code that I'm using. Okay. And then there's the idling sound. So next, you could just fire right off the bat, like that. Okay. Switching modes. Use the mode switch and fire. Okay. Come back. And we're in slime, just like that. So in my version, my updated version, I fixed an LED down here that wasn't resetting correctly in the routine. Other than that, no real changes. Oh, one thing, with all of these, I did change the fire too, so this LED was white, but now it will fire orange. Okay, and then if we want to go to the next mode, all right, there you go, you can hear that electricity sound file going, and then fire. Okay. Next mode. So I believe this one's stasis. So yeah, got those sounds built in. Also notice the theme LED changing as you go through these. Next mode. So this is one I added in for Afterlife. So did a screen grab of some of the colors, and that's what you see here. So this is my attempt at a spark ring, and so we'll fire that. There you go. And I did my best to get updated sound files for that as well, so can check out my GitHub to find those, the ones that I'm using. Let's see, I think we've got one more mode. So yeah, this is classic 84 mode, I suppose. There you go. Other functions, it does have the music, so if you want to do music, just toggle up and hit fire. There you go. I think that's a pretty common one. You can go through the songs like that. Okay, toggle back. One change in my code, I did make it where the music will go from one song to the next. It's just it'll just play like a playlist. So I'm not sure why it wasn't that way before, but luckily the library has that function, and it's easy enough to swap over to that. So as I mentioned, I do have the rumble motor, but I'm not, just because it'll make the audio weird and it'll jump everywhere. I don't have that plugged in, but I do have the smoke set up, so I'll go ahead and try that. Just so you can hear the Frozen Empire reboot sequence that was added in. I'll go back to that. All right. Okay. So as I noted before, remember the smoke will start, and then it'll be about 5 or 6 seconds, and then the fan will kick on. This does depend on me to let go of the fire button after about 5 or 6 seconds. Otherwise, the timing is a little bit off with the audio. So anyway, enough talking. Let's see what it does. Okay. Well, there you go. I'm hoping that that smoke is enough. It has a good look to it with the Spirit. Once I get my upgrades in, so yeah, very much going into hardware mode with the pack itself and updating some things. I've got a new infilter and cyclotron upgrade to swap over to, and a few other things. Yeah, I mean, got to install this too, right? So I'll be doing some visual and functional upgrades just to make sure this all works. But yeah, I think that is the run through. Got to get some time in to develop the 3D files and 3D print files to get these to where they're at the right height, inside the pack and everything. But yeah, I would say the electronics, I'm pretty happy with it. If you have any questions, let me know. Maybe I can help. But that's all for now. Here's those vent LEDs also. Let's just do one more vent for fun. How about Afterlife? Yeah, let's do Fire Tube. All right. Good luck with your own build. Y'all have a good one. Bye now.